Oh,
Look
we
at
don't
this.
have background music. We're so used to like recording these and then adding music later. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Wait,
I
there's
I'm gonna we should record like a video like this as like the holding video, yeah? And then we could just play that for a couple of minutes. What if this is a holding video? What if this isn't live? Who knows? Maybe I can do some music. Wait.
I'm going to,
No, I don't know how to do that. I'm not gonna mess with that.
it probably seems from the outside that we're very unprepared for these things. And I don't think that's exactly true. I think it's partially true. I
Look, we're
think we're
wearing the
just,
same
we're
shirt.
so freaking, yeah, right? We coordinated. Look at that. Why does yours look more faded than mine? Did you maybe wash yours more?
It's because my camera's terrible and I'm in poor
Oh,
lighting.
yeah. Yeah.
No, to me, this looks the same color as yours.
Oh,
It's
okay.
dark.
All
So I
right.
think it's just my camera's really bad. Sorry, everyone.
I'm going into, here we are. Cool. The
Morning.
control. First, Fran's got first. Jim Buitt. What is up, man?
Uh,
I
so,
love the comments. Keep them coming.
uh,
So is this on yeah, it looks like it is on
I don't know. I haven't tested anything yet.
Twitter and all that stuff.
That's why we need a holding screen so that we can check
The
that everything's
countdown
actually
or,
working. Yeah.
yep. It,
But yeah, it looks like
forget
it's
the cheesy
everywhere.
countdowns. We should just have like us moonwalking. We should take moonwalking classes and then like we have in like white bell bottom tuxedo.
Hmm.
Staying alive, baby.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I agree. We should do that. Why is this posting
Good
twice? All
evening,
right.
India. Himanshu. What's up, dude? Dudette. Can't tell.
Oh, we also still need to figure out how to get you into this so that you can press these buttons. I don't have to be the one to remember to do it
I
all the time.
mean, with other things, because it is like whatever you like. I think you have to just give me your password or change your password to something that you don't mind sharing, kind of thing. And then,
Yeah, cheat the system.
yep. You hear that, Riverside? Make things easier.
They only want 120 bucks more per year to have, you know, but that's 120 bucks that we got to find from somewhere else.
Dude, that's like a whole license. That's like 2 licenses on Mini. Not worth it.
Hmm.
I value our customers way more than that.
Well, this is the thing. Like people charge for the software. we
Colombia.
anyway.
Sorry. I saw
No,
Colombia. I got excited. I thought I could
I'm
practice
gonna show all of these
my
because
Spanish.
it's not going as crazy as it was last week. There was
Buenos
a
dias,
tournament.
Colombia. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
We actually put like a list together of things we wanted to talk about. Imagine that.
I I was I was gonna say like actually what you've just mentioned segues nicely into the one of the things we have actually prepared to speak about.
Nice. Nice.
But yeah, no, call it out. That's fine. So well, we should get that underway pretty quick because I think actually um, there's a bunch of stuff that's going out in a few minutes or something. I
Oh,
need to
really?
actually check. Yeah, I scheduled a bunch of things and I need to just now make sure that it's not gone and I haven't been ready
What, are
because
we changing something or something? What's going on?
there's some big news. Um,
Big news.
we're gonna do it together. You know what we're gonna do? It's gonna go out in about 30 minutes. So 25 minutes. We've got 25 minutes to launch a change to nativephp.com, an important change. But we'll run through it. First, I think is I can share my screen and then
We're
but
gonna
I'm
do
just
some
gonna
live coding.
we're gonna do a live deployment. I'm not gonna do any coding. Hopefully it doesn't come down to coding
I'll do
because
some.
that's gonna
I
be
don't know how to
messy.
say good afternoon in South African. I think it's good afternoon. So good afternoon, South Africa.
Good day, mate. Oh no, wait, that's
That's really South Africa. The deep south. You ever see Little Nicky?
No.
No, it's old. No, Adam Sandler. He's like a demon or whatever. He's like one of the devil's sons or
Okay, yeah, yeah,
something, and
yeah.
he like comes up to Earth, and there's like whatever, some all this stuff going on, but he meets
Mm.
some girl, and she's like, "So where are you from?" He's like, "I'm from the South." He's like, "The deep South," and he just chuckles to himself, and she's like, "I don't get it." It's pretty funny. The deep South. Yep.
Nice.
What are we doing? What are you doing?
I'm jumping all over all of the tabs. How's it? How's it? That's good. I like that. How's it? I'm gonna
How's it?
share my I'm gonna share my screen.
Look at that. We learned South
I'm gonna
African
share,
today.
but I mean, accent was terrible. Um, so I'm gonna get this up here, and I'm
How's it,
going to
Miguel?
share.
This is boring, Simon. You're boring everybody.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm
I
doing
don't
it as
see what
quickly
you're
as I
doing.
can.
You're sharing your
I'm
screen.
I'm getting there.
All
It's
right. So in the
taking forever.
meantime, let me juggle some things, you guys.
Go.
I got some bottle caps. I'm gonna juggle.
Oh, you mean literally juggle?
Yeah, I can't
Ay.
juggle, but it was more entertaining than watching your
Waiting
eyebrows
for me.
grow.
Yeah.
I've got all these stickers. This would be a good thing to juggle. The native PHP sticker packs.
This is what you came for, isn't it, folks?
This is it.
So, well, hopefully you can see now on the screen. I don't know. Let's see. What does that look like?
What
Does
does
it
this
actually
say?
look like
An
anything?
update on mobile license prices. Do that command plus combination a couple times.
Damn, I thought I bumped my resolution, but
Well,
clearly
I'm
it's
just
not
thinking
enough.
for people on like mobile phones or
Yeah,
something, you know.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Um, so we're not going to read through this whole blog post. This is going out. Maybe it's already gone out, but it's going out in a bit. And I need to deploy the change. But what I'm going to do is put in front of you some of the changes that are about to happen, and then we can. Well,
Wait,
we can talk about it. We'll talk about the high level pieces, but I'm going to actually just
wait, does that
hit
say
this.
no more mini licenses?
It does.
But wait,
No,
that's not exactly true.
no.
They're now
Uh,
free
the mini license has been free for a while. It's been free under a
through
Bifrost subscription.
Bifrost. Nice.
So
Here I am acting like I don't know these things.
yeah, you're great at this.
I'm good at this. I should have been a soap. What are they called?
So
Soap opera actor.
oh yeah, like the leading lines. Great.
I used to want to, and like I saw like when I was like 7 years old, I saw
Yeah.
like I noticed that everybody like they'll turn to the camera and they'll put that eyebrow up like this, right? But sometimes the camera's on this side and they had to train to put this eyebrow up. And so I like practiced like
I still can't do that.
getting both my eyebrows to like on cue, which anyway, that's what happens. I've only had half a cup of coffee in my Regex cup. Sorry,
Uh,
guys. Sorry. You came for the show. Here it is.
so let's carry on the
Yep.
discussion about what's happening with the licenses.
How is it? How is it?
So we've got basically Mini is kind of going away. That's the one thing. So we need to we're not selling it directly. We're going to make it only available as part of a Bifrost subscription, and hopefully that makes sense to everybody. It means that you can get a license now for as little as $19. Um, and yeah, well, does that mean that they've got to have the subscription every month though? Like, are they got
No,
to keep
that's
on
the
paying for
thing.
it?
We're telling everybody, worlds, rip us off if you want to. If you don't find value in Bifrost, but you find value in playing around with native PHP, you get a full year license on month one. On day one, you get a full year mini license. Okay. 19 bucks, you got a license.
Mhm.
Cancel your subscription if you're not using Bifrost. You can still play with native PHP. And guess what? When you're ready to deploy to the app stores, that app, you already have an account. So just reactivate your account, pay another $19 or whatever, and you're ready. You're off to the races. So I
Take
don't know
advantage
if
of
there's
us.
do it.
Take advantage of us. Go
I
on.
mean, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it's not literally that, but kind I mean, like that was the plan all along. It's like they could do this, and we just haven't
Yep.
been so blatantly like, go for it, go for it. It's kind of by design. We want people to take advantage of this. We want people to
Yep.
use native PHP, and we are working towards a free version or making it free, and we've got bills to pay, so it's a juggling act. If you were on the inside, you would understand, you would see it. It's not just like let's flip the switch now. It's let's ease our way towards it. So
Hmm.
because we have to pay bills, right? We just the reality. And if we're
Same as
not paying
Riverside.
bills,
They got to pay their bills. We got to
they got
pay
to
our
pay bills
bills.
too. And if we're not paying bills, then we can't work on the project. And so,
Exactly.
is it that you want it to be free, or do you want it to continue to grow? Because that's two different things, I think. Is that Esser? Esser saying hi. Long time no see. Hello, Esser.
It is.
There a student license? Miguel, feel free to email us about anything like student licensing, and we do have some methods that we can go about. So it's how do people email us for stuff like that? What's a good place?
Let me post a little message, but it's I think the best one is support, honestly. So let's just put this
Andromeda from Discord. I know that name.
support at nativephp.com.
Andromeda's been in for a bit. More success.
Let's get rid of that. There. That's how you can yeah, get
There
in
you go.
touch with us.
Yep.
And I'm sure we can do something to help you out with a license as a student. Um, yeah, let me scroll down because maybe this has been read now. This is where it gets the really interesting part for me, where lowering the prices and expanding the feature of the license, particularly Pro. I want to talk about Pro because this is kind of the next main step up now, right? So um, basically, Pro was a while ago, it was like $750. We
Hmm.
brought it down to $250 pretty recently. And then we stepped it down even further. It's now just $200 a year, which is incredible for what you're going to be able to do with native PHP, right? You're building apps, you're able to sell those apps, you're able to build them for clients and do all of that for as many apps as you like. So instead of what we had before was like 10 licenses or 10, what would you call it? Apps? I think I called it apps. I just said like 10 apps
It
under a
allows
pro
you to
license.
distribute 10 different mobile
That
apps
was it.
on, and that could be APKs or on the stores, however you want to do that, but up to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've just lifted that limit completely. So I think that's
Unlimited
really,
now.
really good. Yeah.
That's cheaper
Unlimited.
than what Max was when that's what Max was doing when for early access pricing.
Exactly.
Hot
So
damn.
this is a really, really good deal now. So you got $200 a year. So that's less than $20 a month to get a pro license
Math.
effectively and get all of the updates all year long. And we're going to get loads more stuff coming out and you're going to be able to use all of it on as many apps as you want. And I think this is like incredible value, and that's 4 times a mini license, and the mini licenses are kind of not really available anymore. So that's really, really nice. I think that that's good. I think it's a nice big step in the right direction for everybody. So I'm really happy to do that one.
That's exciting. That's big. That's a big thing. That's cool.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this like I don't know, kind of because I don't. Like he ran stuff by me a while ago, and I'm like, yeah,
we
do
yeah,
it.
we've been
I'm
talking
like,
about it,
I'm
but you're
learning about
like,
this too.
I'm talking and
It's
you're like
cool.
doing something else. It's like, yeah, yeah, sure thing, man.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, all right, you'll find out on the
I gotta
day.
build stuff. Who cares? Go for it.
Yeah.
That's
So,
what it's brilliant though, having a partnership versus just one person behind things. We've looked at other like ecosystem or like tools in the ecosystem where it's just one person doing stuff, and it's like
Yeah.
we can both work on different things, collaborate, come back together on stuff, and like we know we're both pushing this in the right direction. It's cool. Yep.
Yep. It's basically just I have that support, like I know that I can say something to you and you're gonna think about it is amazing. Um,
I think about it
so
sometimes with a British accent too. For real. Full real. Wait a minute.
uh,
If Pro's unlimited, then what the heck is a max?
right. Well, the max, yeah, in that context, it kind of looks like,
The
well, what's the
6.3
point?
inch screen, essentially, right? It's like
Yeah. It's exactly the same. It's just got a slightly bigger battery. Um, well, basically, I would put it down to it's all about the support that you get from the whole ecosystem then with Max, because you're going to get quicker responses to emails, you're going to get access to private Discord channels, and there's a bunch of other little things that we've had on there from the beginning. They're all part of Max. But the thing is with Max now, that's been reduced down as well. So it's not jumping up from like a $200 a year pro license to Max just because for what? It's now like if you just want that extra little bit of support, and it's not little, but that extra support, and you want to support the project a bit more, you want to support us a bit further, then a max license is now only $350 a year instead of 1,000. In fact, before that, it was even higher. So we
yeah,
brought
at
it
one point it was
right back
2,500
down.
bucks. We had some
Yeah,
people buying it. I think at that too.
we did, but now it's just $350,
For the
which
same thing.
for yeah, it is exactly the same. It hasn't really changed, but the fundamentals of the max license are strong for us to like build on top of the whole thing that we're doing and just keep on supporting people who've got max licenses in the best way possible. We've got some really cool things planned in the next while, which we'll talk about later on, for what a max license can get you. But yeah.
Hey Willem, welcome. You didn't miss much. I was juggling some stuff and letting things fall to the ground. That's kind of we learned a little bit of South African and how's it? And
How's it?
how's it? And yeah, we talked about a little bit about the pricing changes for native PHP licensing. And I think that points at a deeper point altogether, which is we listen to people. We are not like um how do you politically correct that? Where it's not like some dictatorship where we're like this is the way that it is, because like we're a business, we're a company, we again got to
Yeah.
pay the bills, we have a lot more. So if you're just tuning in, you think this is like the whole thing, there's so much more. There are so many more things that we've got working on, and you guys don't even know the stuff we're doing. It's really exciting. But we listen. We listen to everybody in Discord. We see all the messages. We don't respond to all of the messages. Some of them are kind of weird anyway. We see all the emails. We see all the Twitter stuff, like everything, right? Or X, whatever it is. Um, so yeah, there's some really cool big things that we're working on as well. So and we listen to you guys. So keep the comments coming in, keep the voices going. And we're listening. We want to grow this thing. We have a sense of responsibility. We have responsibility to grow this, and it's gonna grow, baby. It's gonna be
it
awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
is growing. It is growing. It's amazing.
That's what she said. Wait, what?
Um, So I am gonna
Totally
plug.
ignore that. Cool.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna plug the partner program, because if you're an agency or you're building apps for clients, like whatever setup that is for you, it would be really great to have you talk to us about our partner program that goes even further. We're not here just like asking people for money. We are trying to make something that's going to make your lives easier, that's going to make your products better, that's going to make your experience faster and your clients happier. And we're going to help everybody who comes and joins that program to do that. So yeah, if you're at that kind of beyond max level, please come and give us a, well, book a call with us or something, kind of reach out to us about our partner program. All of the details for that are on this page. Um, I've got one more thing, but just before I go into that, I can
Well,
see a couple
I
of
wanna respond to
questions.
this,
Yeah.
Devo.
Yep.
Yep. You go ahead. You can.
I was going to say, well, I don't know if you could get a pro license for $250 in April, but whatever it is that you've got issues with there around the pricing, how it's set up, and everything from the past, just send us an email. As I said, sorry, didn't mean to hit my microphone. We have, yeah, let's just show that again. Send us an email to support@nativephp.com and we'll sort you out. Um, so I don't, yeah, hopefully that kind of helps rather than giving you a, try and triage that on this call wouldn't be
Yep.
great.
I mean, we want everybody to feel that we're doing fair business or whatever. So if there was a cheaper price or something and it's gone down from like, just let us know. We'll take care of you. We'll figure it out.
Yep. And then Christoph, hey Christoph,
Ooh,
do you
so
want to take this one?
um, so GitLab, not looked into fully yet. When I first started building Bifrost, there's just so many parts and pieces moving there. I just wanted to make sure that at least the main one, what I figure is the main one. I didn't really do a lot of polling. GitHub would just work, right? And looking at Cloud, Laravel Cloud, and also I think Forge, they offer some other things too. And so it's not that we don't have plans to get those in. There's just a lot of priorities above getting support for GitLab right now. In the next couple months, that is going to change. So those priorities are going to naturally just move around. We're going to accomplish some of the things that we're setting out to do right now, and that is something. You're not the first person. You're not the only person to say that. Um, for specifically for GitLab. No one's really mentioned like Bitbucket or any Atlassian, whatever Jira stuff, whatever that one is.
Mm,
Bitbucket, I think, right?
yeah.
So I think that it does make sense to connect GitLab. Um, and then as far as desktop, so Esser, big shout out to Esser. Esser did quite a bit of work last month for us, and we've been working to get back to taking a look at that. And we did a little bit of that yesterday. We actually got a built
Mm,
on Bifrost with the work that Esther's done for us on that. So we've got desktop. It is working. We want to make sure that it's there's some like I think the way that we're reporting the logs and stuff is all consistent with the way that we're doing mobile stuff as well. And I think
yeah.
that's about it. I think that as a start where it's not fully signed builds and deploying to any stores or anything like that yet, but the actual build process is, I think, to where it was on when we sunsetted Zephyr at the end of Zephyr. So you
Yeah.
probably have more details or more insight into some of that stuff too. And
Well,
Esther, feel free to comment too.
yeah, I was just going to say from my perspective, we kind of planned to roll it out to where Zephyr was at when we sort of closed that up. And that was basically doing these bundles of like the secure kind of Laravel app that goes inside, and then you would still do your building the way that you want to. We've actually gone a bit further than that. We can do the full build of the application for all platforms. We're not doing signing just yet, as Shane's just mentioned, but we'll get to that. Um, I don't even know about App Store distribution, if that's really a thing that people want to do for desktop apps, because
Mm,
like it just costs you to do when you don't have
right.
to, because as long as the app is signed like on Mac and Windows, you can distribute it however you want. So I think distribution there might be the thing that we actually take, kind of help you with, so we can host the file and you can download it or use it as an updater, like the updater that's in the desktop package can use our source to fetch that down and whatever. But that's all another thing. We also had this GPG signing for the bundles and all of that kind of thing. I think that's still got to come in. But
Is that
um
Garbage Patch Kids? What is that? Oh, it says GPK.
Wasn't that Cabbage Patch?
Cabbage Patch. Oh, see,
So
I don't know.
slightly.
I'm not up with the
I don't know what that
modern
is.
lingo.
It
It's like
just
40
you
years
just
old.
like done something to my brain
Wah,
now.
wah.
um, but
Steven,
yeah,
what's up, dude?
the hey Stephen,
Esteban.
hey, um, I've got to do docs. I think that's the only other thing. Just make sure that we've got it in the docs, and then it's kind of ready to go. So yeah.
So I would think we probably can have that out the door by the end of the month, certainly, I would imagine, and probably much sooner than that.
Yep, classic software estimation. I think we said we were going to try and get it out by the end of September.
Yep.
But yeah, it's all good. If you got any issues with that, just send us an email to support.
Send us an email.
Emails, baby, those are the best things ever. I love
I
getting
love
emails.
ignoring them and saying, Simon, handle this while I'm working.
And I love seeing that little bubble with the number in on my
Oh
inbox
my
say
God, dude.
100,000.
I'm at 16,000 right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It's mostly
uh,
spam crap stuff, but yeah.
yes, it's not native PHP Bifrost support emails.
No, it's not.
um, right. I want to just touch on this final piece. So, for existing customers, now we've got quite a lot of people who have bought mini licenses, and the prospect for them going forwards, if they built more than one app, was like buy another mini license and all of this kind of thing. And I just want to touch on that we've gone even further. So if you've already bought a license or you've already got a Bifrost subscription, you can now go and get a pro or a max license even cheaper than the publicly advertised price. So you can get the um it's basically the EAP pricing. So you can go and get a pro license for $150 and you can get a max license for $250. There's another $50 off pro and another $100 off max, which I think is about the bottom end of what we can get to on this to kind of keep making it sustainable.
Wait a minute.
And yeah, go.
I blanked on some of this. I was thinking about Steven's comment, I think is what it really
What
was.
did Steven say?
Kudos. Kudos to the
Ah,
team. We've been
that's
crushing.
nice.
Um,
Thanks, Steven.
so wait, so if you go to Bifrost, if I don't have anything to do with anything, if I go to Bifrost, I pay 19 bucks. I get a mini license for free.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then I go to
That's right.
license manager. I'm not like pretending to be dumb here. I'm actually this dumb right now.
Yeah.
So I can upgrade that mini to a pro for
It's not really an upgrade, but you're like buying another license. But
okay,
yes.
right. Okay. So I buy another license
Yeah.
for 200 bucks.
150.
So it's 50 bucks off that.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's even cheaper.
It's it's
And
dirt cheap.
technically, I could cancel my Bifrost subscription, keep both of those licenses, and I've got an unlimited app building for the next year. And I've paid the 150 plus $19.
You've got basically you've got unlimited app building forever. You've got the license. You've got access to the repository, the code, not the repository. You get access to the code, and then you can build as much as you like and you can release as much as you like because you've got a pro license and you've only ever spent $169. So that's that's pretty good in my book. And then if you just want to get updates to the package when they come, after your license,
Right.
after that
Yeah.
first year, then you just renew it. That's
Yep.
basically it. And it will
And
renew at the price that you paid, not at like some bigger price. It's not, we're going to honor the pricing that you paid, basically.
yep, that's dope.
That's
That is
it.
dope.
I think that is the updates on the pricing. So
We got a question here. Native PHP, currently Android, iOS, future possible Windows.
Windows is possible today.
Windows is possible. So native PHP actually started with desktop building. So that is Mac, Linux, and Windows. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all on. Go to nativephp.com. Go to
Oh, I need to go on. Carry on.
go
Sorry.
to desktop and look at the documentation. So
Yep.
you can already do that. And if you're talking about building Android, oh, Windows Phone, yeah, no, we're not going to do Windows Phone. That's
Does
no.
anybody use Windows Phone?
Wi-
Mm,
if a no, uh, if if enough people, this is the first we've even heard of this, I think, or whatever. So,
yeah.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna consider that unless a lot of people are like, we need it. Um,
Yep.
because that's a whole other thing. But if you're talking about building mobile apps on Windows machines, that's already supported as well. So all those things are should be in place. If you have questions, again, email us.
That's it.
Um, yeah. So what else we got today? I'm gonna check off this license pricing.
Bring this back.
Um, here's a couple things. The two things at the top here. So we're wearing these cool shirts. I seriously was not planning to I just like I gotta take a shower, get ready for the talk, right? And so I found the shirt and I'm like, yep, that's the one. And PHP Tech, good friends of ours. We like these guys, Eric and John at
They are
PHP
great.
Tech. Uh, they, I think probably one of the reasons we're doing these live streams is because they keep talking about us on their live stream every Thursday,
We've got to
and it's
just do this so we can talk about that.
right. What's up? These guys are freaking cool. They have a magazine. They're selling this magazine. I think it's like $2 a month or something for the PHP magazine. It's got live coding not live coding, but written out coding examples and all the new cool things coming out all the time. So we really do support them, their efforts, because they've been supporting us all and along. They're really excited about native PHP, and that doesn't go unnoticed at all. And we both, I think, have some talk submissions in for this coming year. So it is a live conference in Chicago. I think it's the end of May, towards the end of May. I don't know, I have the exact dates, but towards the end of May.
Mhm.
And they need speakers, and they need well, ticket sales. I mean, they want people to come to this thing. It's usually a few hundred people show up to it. So it's a
Yep.
pretty good one. My first ever conference talk was at this last year or this year. Um, and it was awesome. I mean, all sorts of cool people from deep in the PHP community hanging out, and learned a lot of stuff. TJ Miller was there. I learned a lot about Prism. Got to hang out with him a bit. Um,
Prism's cool.
uh, Daniel Colborn was there giving talks. These are like more Laravel kind of guys, but like Adam Rathens, the guy that created Xdebug, is there. Like all sorts of like,
Eric.
you
Yeah.
know, like the people that made a lot of the stuff that we use all the time. So it was a really cool experience for me. I want to go if I can make it, even if I'm not talking, I want to go probably hang out. If nothing else, it's Chicago. I'm from upstate New York. The pizza in Chicago is better than New York pizza. I promise you. I
Ooh.
know. I know. I'm from New York. Like
Ooh.
I I'm supposed to die by New York pizza. This is like the best pizza I've ever had. I want to go just to get some Chicago pizza. So
I went to New York for the first time in 2019, and it was you got to go and get pizza in New York. It was like go to the best pizza place, whatever it was. I don't know. Like maybe it was the Google one based on Google reviews or something. But it was terrible. Like I've had pizza so many times, like really really good pizza in London, that's supposed to be like US style, Chicago style, New York style, whatever, every type of pizza. And I was really, really disappointed about this pizza that I had in New York. It's supposed to be like the best one. No, it really wasn't. And there's a guy from Chicago who opened his own pizza place, and he actually opened it in like one of the railway track arches, just like under the railway. And my mate used to live nearby, and he would rave about this place because he knew the guy, and he was like, it's so cool, like his story, he'd come from Chicago, and now he's opened this pizza place in London. The pizza's amazing. And he took me, he was like, come, let's go. And it was just like you know, giant
oh
giant
yeah.
pizza full of everything. And it was just like, oh my god. I don't know. I like pizza, but I couldn't eat more than like two slices. And I mean, they were like a cake, like a
Yep.
chunk of cake. And I was just like, man, I want to eat this because it's so good, but I just can't. And I was blocked for a week.
Worth it. Uh,
Totally.
I was surprised. We went to we had somewhere to be. Oh, Zach just called it out. That's exactly what I was going to mention. So we had some place to be. We went to Giordano's, which is like the most
Mm,
famous, I guess. That's what everyone said. Um, and we got there and we had to be out in like 15 minutes. And like it takes 40 minutes to make a pie. There's no way. And I'm like,
yeah.
so we just left. We were starving. We Ubered to where we had to go. And then we were gonna do the architecture tour, boat tour of Chicago. And we were there, and I'm like, I'm too hungry. We already paid for tickets, and then we just didn't go on the architecture boat tour. And I'm like, we
Yeah.
gotta find some pizza. So right around the corner is Luminalti's, and we went to Luminalti's. Everyone
Mm.
pronounces it Illuminati's. That's what it sounds like when they say. I'm like, Illumina. That sounds great. Let's check it out. Um, but oh my god, they had two like specials, or like what they're most known for. One of them has like a bunch of meat on it, and the other one's all veggie. And I'm like, well, I'm a dude, so give me the meat one. It was good. The veggie one, I would go back and just get two veggies. It was so good. The tomatoes were like
Okay.
so tangy and sweet, and like, dude, I'm telling you, like, I know I can't believe the words coming out of my own mouth. Luminalti's veggie pizza, so good. And what was really cool, like it's a like a half an hour wait to get a table because it's so busy all the time. It takes about a
Yeah.
half an hour to make a pie. So you can go in and pre-order your whole order if you want to. And then by the time your table's ready, the pizza's ready. So you can just get sat and there's your pie. So I don't think pizza was on the
Mm.
list, but I think pizza's always on the list.
Oh man, my mouth is watering so
I know,
much.
mine is too.
I'm gonna have to go get a towel and later on some pizza. uh,
We're going to
I can't
continue
find
talking
what
about
else.
PHP tech over the next several months, I think, as long as we're doing these things. That's the
Yeah.
exact same location I went to right after the boat tour, which is a lot of fun. Chicago. Yeah, I want to go back this May and do the tour. We'll plan it out a little more properly. Have an extra day because we had to get to the airport, and from where the airport was, which is where the hotel was, to downtown. Like we went to the Bean and all that stuff. To downtown is like it's right down the street, but it's an hour. It's like
Yeah.
Atlanta. It takes an hour to get to Atlanta from Atlanta. It's like the
Yeah.
traffic sucks. So we just didn't have enough time. I would plan it out better and make sure we get the all of this stuff. So, um, but go buy your PHP Tech tickets, and if you're interested in speaking at all, they're looking for speakers. So make your case known to them.
We got to get it in by the end of the month, though.
Oh right, you have until October 31st.
Yeah.
So
Nice message from Zach. Thanks, Zach, for being a supporter.
hell
We
yeah, dude.
appreciate that.
Hell yeah. Yep, that's what it's
On
all about.
on the theme of events, there's another event that's coming up.
There is. And actually, Stephen Fox, I believe, is going to that too. It's so funny. He messaged me. We were talking a few weeks ago, I guess, a month ago maybe, and he was like, "Are you going to this thing?" And I had already kind of asked to talk at it. I was like, "I don't know," because we didn't have a response yet. I'm like, "I'm not sure if I am. I want to go, but surprisingly expensive tickets to fly from Charlotte to Buffalo. It's like $1,000 round trip from Charlotte. It's like an hour and a half flight. It doesn't make any sense.
What's
Anyway,
the event? What's the event?
oh, it's called Wire Live. If you've heard of Live Wire, this is the live conference for Live Wire called Wire Live. So this is Caleb Porzio's first ever Live Wire conference. We've got all sorts of cool speakers are going to that besides me. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm cooler on that list. Should be listed as cool, but we've got Daniel Colborn, Caleb Porzio, obviously, and I believe, oh, Zach's going. Zach's going. Hi from
Oh,
Switzerland, Eve. Um, we've got Dan Heron, the creator of Filament, is going to be speaking there. We've got Josh Seary, we've got Mary Perry, we've got Matt Stauffer, we've got um, who is the other guy I was just thinking of in my head, and I can see his face, but I don't remember his name. Yep,
J Mac.
you J Max going. J Max going to be speaking there. Some notables in the audience that Caleb's spoken about is Keith Damiani of Titan is going to be there. He's flying all the way in from Italy, getting off the plane and in Buffalo, and also a guy, I don't know if you've heard of this guy, Adam Wathan,
What?
Adam Wethan, big supporter of the show. He's probably watching, laughing right now. Not serious at all.
You guys, in a Canadian accent.
Right. That's what it's all about. The poor man's Englishman, I guess, is what Canadians are. Is that what it is? I don't know. I'm throwing out all the super politically correct this show. Steven's dying right now, I bet. Adam Wathan's going to be there. Rumors of maybe a Taylor, but that's unconfirmed. So I don't know about if Taylor's going to go.
Taylor Swift is going to be there.
Taylor Swift might be there. Yep. Taking a break from her boyfriend or whatever to go check out the Buffalo Bills. So that'll be cool. And yeah, it's gonna be a hoot and a holler and an awesome good time. I'm getting there Monday morning, really early actually. And there's gonna be like a pre-show party hangout that night, and then Monday or Tuesday is gonna be, that's a week from this Tuesday, so it's a little over a week from now. There is a so we're talks all day on Tuesday, a little after party, I believe, and then Wednesday we're going to be doing some like hackathon, like everybody get out your laptops and here's some prompts and you get to choose which one you want to hack on. I think that's the format for that. And bowling and buffalo wings. So come prepared to eat and get sticky fingers from the bowling ball. And
wash your hands.
Right. It's not going to help. Just don't eat wings while you're bowling. Like, that's, use a fork to roll the ball.
I'm
Anyway,
trying to find a pun in there with bowling and wing. I can't find it.
No,
I don't know.
Something about the Flintstones, maybe.
Don't scratch a ball. Don't scratch your balls. No,
That's enough there, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Yeah. So this is I don't think it's being advertised as the first ever, but I don't see this being the last Wire Live.
The only ever.
Yeah, this is it. They're giving out really cool shirts too. I think Caleb tweeted the design for the shirts. They look nice. So
very cool.
Maybe I'll sneak an extra one or two. We could do a giveaway or something. That'd be cool.
So that's coming up. When is it?
That is on I think it's the 28th. Is day one. So it's a week from this Tuesday. Today is Friday. A week from this coming Tuesday. So Wire Live.
It's coming around quick.
And I'm going to be talking, and I'm not going to give away too much. But I'm going to tell you, I have an app that I built that I'm going to be kind of live coding. I'm showing exactly like how it's all put together. That is on the App Store and the Play Store. It's already launched. It's already released. So that's excited to show all that. Pretty fun stuff. It should be fun.
And did you use Bifrost to do it?
I absolutely use Bifrost. And oh my god, man, like I haven't done much with Bifrost in like a month probably. I mean, we launched September 9th. I was doing, dozens of builds a day and all that stuff. I built the app and I'm like, I'm ready to launch it. I did my credentials. I made the apps. You have to have the apps already on the App Store. I did the credentials thing. If you've done Bifrost before, you understand. The whole process took me 10 or 15 minutes, and that includes going to the app stores to create the apps and all that stuff. I connected the GitHub repo and I deployed it. The first time, no problems. It was on the app stores, ready for test flight and for beta testing on Android. And it was like, it just worked. And it was like, hell yeah. Freaking awesome. It was like, it's stable, and I'm proud of this. I'm proud of the work that everybody on the team put into getting this accomplished.
Yeah,
And I
it's a
missed some
killer.
messages here.
Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah,
Let's take a minute to jump into those. So I
jump.
think first one is this question. Any difference between using Electron or native PHP? Yeah. The first difference is you can use PHP. So use
I'm
native
assuming they're talking
PHP.
about mobile versus the desktop, or is this just like Electron apps versus?
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna just jump to the conclusion. Maybe we'll let Abdullah send another message about what he means. But we use Electron for desktop, so it's no different from Electron in that sense because it is Electron. But then we've got PHP on top. So when you're building desktop apps with native PHP, you get the best of both. Um, Mobile doesn't use Electron at all. So there's no Electron in there. There's nothing. We built our own layer in the middle to sort all of that stuff out. So it's completely native. There's no like JavaScript layer. There's no web servers. There's nothing to slow things down or bloat things. So yep, that's all nice and slim and slender. So that's good. Um, Next one, Jason.
So I have a follow-up question for you, Jason. We spoke about this last week, and then we talked offline about it together. And my understanding for this is a deeper, bigger conversation than just like, yep, we're doing it. We want to know more. There's a lot of different uses for, or I guess there's different understandings for in-app purchases. So I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you, Jason Smart. What is the scenario that you are wanting in-app purchasing for? And we'll speak about that specifically because I think there's a couple different layers and there's a couple like phases to get to being fully doing in-app purchases. So while you're typing, I will explain a little bit. Feel free to chime in whenever. Because I'm not an expert on this. We're still in the research phase
Well,
for this.
I would just, last week we kind of dived straight into in-app
Yeah,
purchase
we did.
without really looking at it or thinking too hard about it. And I think after that, we kind of spent a bit more time looking at it and some stuff came to light, which is, yeah, what you're going to go into now. So go for it.
So I posed the question to Simon. I'm like, wait a minute. I do a DoorDash order, right? And I'm putting an order together. I'm like, these products aren't all products listed. So the fundamentally for in-app purchases, you have products that are listed on the app stores. They have an ID, and we can figure out a way to like have a config of your IDs of an array of your products that people can purchase or whatever, right? And enable that inside of the app. I'm like, there's no way DoorDash is got products in all the app stores for every one of their vendors' products. Like, there's not a way. That's not it. And he's like, no, that's not in-app purchasing. That is just implementing the Play Store or App Store or Apple Wallet into the app, and that's different than in-app purchasing. Um,
Yep.
which sounds to me exactly like in-app purchases. So that's confusing.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's one layer. So integrating with native like mobile payment processing from within the application, having a button like pay now with Apple, whatever, and then that just does whatever it needs to do. Then there's also the notion of, well, maybe I'm on a free tier in my app and I want to I want to unlock, maybe I want my app no ads or something, which we don't have ads inside of it now, but that's a good example, I think, that everybody can relate to. So you have ads are being shown and I want to upgrade, I'll pay $1, $5, whatever it is to get rid of the ads. And I think that's a different scenario. I know that's a different scenario than just doing a wallet payment. So that has to have a callback to the application or to your server that your app is listening for that user, or somehow is getting that information that it has been processed back into the application for that device, that this account or whatever it is that you want to implement is now ad free in this scenario. And I think that's, in my mind, that's the direction that true in-app purchases are. And that's why I want to know, Jason Smart, um, yeah, so using the wallet for payments or using the Apple Pay wallet instead of like Stripe or something, which you can totally do, um, versus in-app purchases and the whole callback system and all that stuff. And he just responded, it's more about letting the end user feel secure by paying in-app purchases instead of sending the user off to a web-based payment gateway.
So I think this is the confusion for us maybe coming at this from a web development side, is that there's actually kind of two ways of thinking about what we've bundled into in-app purchase. And um, the way that the stores think about it, as Shane's been saying, the way that the stores think about like a digital purchase, that you kind of unlock something in the app, um, or it might be a subscription to the app, but you don't have all the other stuff necessarily in other places. It's not a service that you're selling really. It's just they've downloaded the app and you want to sell them, an unlocked piece of content or something like that. That is technically in-app purchase, and it's all about kind of digital stuff. But then when we think about purchasing, we're sort of typically thinking about subscriptions and just like buying a product, like a proper e-commerce flow. And those things inside of an app, what you might call it a purchase that's happening in app, is really just a payment flow. And so you've got like you're triggering a payment like you do with Stripe. You kind of tell Stripe, well, I'm going to charge the customer this much money, send me a checkout link, or whatever your flow is. And you get that information back from Stripe, and then you take the customer through whatever that flow actually is. They punch in their details, and they've made an arbitrary payment. You've defined how much it is from data that you've got elsewhere, but it's an arbitrary payment. And I think that's kind of one of the key differences in this whole setup, is like when you're talking about technically in-app purchases, it's products are defined ahead of time in the App Store configuration, right? So you tell Apple and you tell Google, these are my products. And then when somebody buys one of those using in-app purchase, they're sort of unlocking it, and their APIs and their SDKs all manage like does this user have access to that feature? Have they paid for this thing? And you can just kind of call out to that and check. That's in-app purchase kind of on its own. And then just like people buying stuff in your app, and you want to make use of
Apple
their
Pay or
wallet.
yeah.
Exactly. So you want to tap into Apple Pay, Google Pay, whatever, GPay, whatever it's called now, and and make that flow, that user experience really, really slick, so they don't have to go through a web form and punching in details on a page somewhere else and then bouncing back to that. And I don't know what we should call that. I feel like we should differentiate those two somehow, but they are all kind of under this umbrella of payments, and it's sort of tricky
I
from
call
in
those
my head
wallet
to figure it
payments.
out.
And here's the thing,
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah, that's cool.
like you can use Stripe if it's not a subscription outside of the US. So in this whole thing was just passed not long ago, a few months ago. In the US, you can now do subscription payments on Apple devices in the United States. You can now use Stripe for subscriptions. That's a differentiator. You can use Stripe for payments in any country on
Yep.
Apple and on Google Play. Subscriptions only are now unlocked for US. Everywhere outside of the US, you cannot do Stripe for subscription payments on Apple. Um,
Well,
however,
you can do it. Just to be clear, you can do it, but you'll incur Apple's 30% fee. They're going to try and levy a 30% fee
to
of
use
the
Stripe,
subscription. Yep. That's the whole issue with their terms and the whole Epic deal. Yeah, anyway.
yeah.
That's going
So
too far down that path, but
30% is ridiculous.
yeah, it's crazy.
Um, but Stripe allows you to check out with Apple Pay. So technically, if you have, say, I have a DoorDash app, right, and I'm putting an order together and I want the person to just pay with Apple Pay or whatever, you can use Stripe inside of Native PHP app to use Apple Pay as
Yep.
part of Stripe. So that's actually already works. So um, it would still pop up where like, I have to double tap my power button or something to authorize, and then it does the face scan. But that's all on Apple side, and then that does the
Yeah.
callback, and then you're just handling a Stripe payment that way. So that can all be done now. Um, I should build something with that. So I've actually done
Yep.
an app for the my son's in the Boy Scouts. We're doing popcorn sales. The way I've done it was we create the order. My son on his phone will create the order for a customer. We go door to door doing sales, and at the end of it, it it sends the order to my API that creates all the Stripe stuff that it needs, and it gives a QR code sent back to his phone that is shown to the customer. And the customer, because we wanted the customer to pay on their own device just for their own safety and their own feeling like I'm not putting my credit card into this kid's phone, right?
Mm.
So they scan the QR code, and then that takes them to a website that it's part of the same it's part of the same repo or whatever, but that has the Stripe payment and all that stuff, and they pay, and then we do a push notification back to my son saying, hey, it's already paid, they paid for it, and it updates everything in the database and all that stuff. So there's some clever, unique ways to still integrating with Apple Pay and Google Pay, Google Wallet, I think it is, through
Yep.
Stripe, using Stripe. So that can all be done. X12 and Night's integration with Revenue Cat
Mm. I
looks
don't know what
straightforward.
revenue cat is. Never heard of that before. So I would say all of this stuff is going to be involving third parties. Like whatever way you cut it, you're going to be integrating with some kind of third party. So it's really just about uh, us enabling you to pick which third party makes the most sense for the thing that you're doing. And if that, revenue cat, for example, have got SDKs and APIs to support iPhone and Android, then yeah, we can make it work at some point. And just to be clear, I don't think we're going to go out of the gate and support like dozens of integrations. Stripe is like the obvious one because most most people are used to that.
I don't
But
want to work with PayPal. I'm just gonna say that.
no, I don't know if they do actually even support this kind of stuff.
I,
So that's going to be interesting. But um, yeah, it's all just there's just layers and layers. Like I look at Stripe sometimes and I'm like, man, they've got integrations with other payment providers like Klarna and PayPal and others. It's
mm,
just like, wait, so you're a payment gateway, but you're also a middleman for other payment gateways, and you're skimming off the top of all of those. And it's just like, who should I use? Do I need to build 7 different integrations? I don't know anymore. I'm so confused. But I think the goal for us, and with building a technology like native PHP, is to try and not have to worry about some of those things and just kind of build the rails that let people do what they want to do as and make it as easy as we possibly can. My gut says we're probably going to have to integrate with one provider to start with just to like prove out the technology and make sure that it works. But then as we do that, there's going to be demand for others too. So we'll get there with them. What would be really interesting from my point of view is we were sort of coding on this, not really coding, we didn't get that far, but do you want to do any of that again? I don't know if today is the right day for that because we're already at an hour on
we're
the
about
clock.
at time for today.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing stuff like that, or even maybe it's better if we like do some of the coding and then we do a walkthrough of that code, and
Yeah,
then
that sounds good.
like I think just getting some stuff started, I think initially
Hmm.
would be better. And I think people like that stuff. I like that. I like watching people code and build and create and all that stuff. So I would imagine others do as well. Chris asked this question, and I'm going to let you answer
Yeah.
this because I would probably
Not,
say more than you would want me to say on this.
I've not explored in native PHP yet. It's local first, but I build React Native apps with inertia backend to fetch React Native components dynamically, pass along header props, etc. Thoughts on native UI for native PHP? Well, I don't know, just like quickly reading that if I fully understand what you're doing there, but it sounds like you're pulling stuff from a server into a React Native app and rendering the components dynamically. Um, so if that's right, then That
Can you
I
turn your
think
volume up on your mic
no. Wait,
and just talk closer to it?
maybe
It
I
is a
do.
little bit low. I've noticed that too. And a couple of people mentioned it.
Oh, why didn't you tell me before?
Because I don't like you.
You try not to hurt my feelings.
Well,
Sound.
I think just get closer to your mic. Get closer to your microphone.
Yeah, I'm just turning the volume up as well. So, how's that?
I think it's better.
You
Talk.
think?
Well,
You
you
think it's
only
better?
said 3 words, so I don't know.
Hello, world. This is Simon. I am the creator of NativePHP. How's that?
Face it towards your mouth more.
Oh my gosh, it's like right in my face
No, that's
from
better
my perspective.
actually. That makes a big
That's crazy.
difference. Yeah.
Okay, sorry everybody. I'm sorry. I'm crap with the audio. Um, so
It's British.
yeah, he just laughs. Yeah, he is. Um, so yeah, where are we? We go rendering the components based on kind of some external something is a viable, like you just calling out to a service and saying, here's the layout effectively that I want to use. Oh, we've got a little bit more detail. Module federation. I don't know what that is. Yeah, updatable components from the server without pushing a new build. I mean, that just sounds like a whole other level. But effectively, I mean, I think what it's doing is kind of what you would do with HTML, sending HTML over the wire, just doing it with something else. Uh, and that's kind of a completely valid approach. I would just say, yeah, you probably only really want to do stuff like that when you know that the user has got a network connection. Like if you're reliant upon your UI to be laid out based on a response from the server, and it's not going to do anything until it gets that, then your app kind of falls over straight away if somebody's offline or in a bad, network connectivity zone or something like that. And that's not a great experience, honestly. And that we're aiming for better than that with native PHP. And I know most people will say, yeah, but most users are online most of the time, and it's like where we're in a well-connected part of the world, and you've got 5G, into the basement 4 levels down and whatever else. Fine, but I just think like if you start with first principles being they could be offline, and that could be crap. Then can we make the app work even reasonably well without the network? Yeah, you can do that with native PHP, and that's the whole point. But that doesn't stop you from kind of rendering and serving HTML content from a remote server. You could still absolutely do that. And I know that some people are doing that. I can't cite any specific examples, but I'm sure I've seen people doing that already. Um, so it's like there might not be specific protocols around it to do that right now. People are just kind of hacking on their own solutions to it, but you could achieve a similar result. Um,
Chris,
yeah, go on.
yes. Yes. It is in the
Yeah,
future. This is something we've been very, very internally deeply looking into and developing a method that would make this work, first of all, and then make sense um, for adoption, for people to come in and start using um, to use this. So, and there's a couple different things that we've talked about. One is like a UI kit. It's basically like Livewire or something components or just Blade components or something like that to like make things look more mobile than what we're already using with like a Flux or whatever, like a Tailwind UI or something like that, components, because those don't look as mobile should look. And there's not anything, nobody's ever done Livewire mobile or Laravel mobile UI kit because we're the first ones in this space, I think. Now there's other like Onsen, I think
yeah,
Willem was showing us some stuff that he was doing with Onsen the other day that looked really great. So there are, so you can bring your own front end to whatever. So you can do that to have something like first party supported. by native PHP. We want to get there, but we have bigger plans for what I think you're actually asking, which is more of like a native UI or native components, like actual native components and not a web view rendering. And I'm not going to go too much into detail because it's a bigger discussion, but yes, that is something we are actively engaged in looking at for sure.
100%. I think it's a natural evolution of the whole thing.
Yep.
We start with web because it was easy, and uh, the framework and all of the tools that we know kind of output to that. But we've got a huge opportunity to kind of layer native UI stuff on top in some slick way that makes it really approachable.
So that's a good, Christoph. That's a good kind of analogy. Um, right now, native PHP is rendered in a web view. It's a glorified browser. The difference between us and a browser is that we've got our own PHP extension that can call into native functionality. So turning on the flashlight or access to the camera and callbacks and all that stuff. But it's still rendered in a browser in a web view.
Mhm.
It's not truly native components. So it's not like the XML, Swift UI components or the XML kind of like building things out that way. We want to get in that direction. So because it's going to be a faster. It's going to, number one, you can call it actually native. Then it's not a web view. And so it's not really like we don't really care about like people saying you can't call it native because it's in a web view. But we're talking about like a native button being rendered and not an HTML button being rendered. Um,
Yeah.
and so there's going to be a mindset shift that we're going to have to work on with users because we're wanting to build HTML front ends, and we'll have to create our own sort of way to interface with this on from the Laravel side of things, and then on the other side of PHP, parsing that and getting that into like once PHP's processed the request, making sure that that is number one performant because there we want to make sure there's no bottlenecks, it's optimized and all that kind of stuff, but like actually effectively rendering out what we want to render out given that scenario. So um
It also
there's
just
some
needs.
challenges, but we're looking at it deeply.
Yeah. It just you need, because you're building for multiple platforms in one go. You need a layer of abstraction that's going to work across all of them.
Right.
And you've already mentioned like you got Swift UI, and there's the old stuff from Apple UI Kit, which is everybody says is actually better than Swift UI, and then there's the all of the Android stuff which I don't know, and then there's Windows stuff and Linux stuff, and it's all like they're all different. They all do things in different ways, and it's just like you don't want that complexity if you're building a cross-platform app. And that's where things like React Native and Flutter have come in and kind of gone, oh, you just do it our way. Flutter's thing is widgets, whatever that is, and it's just Dart expressions. I don't even really know what they are, but it's just like you're writing the UI as code, and that's what we would do as well. It would be something like that. We've got to come up with that. We've got to make sure that it actually works, and then we've got to touch on all the edge cases when it doesn't quite do what you want it to do, and cover all of the features that all of the existing components can do. And then what if somebody creates a custom component? Can we support that? All of that stuff.
And
So
it's not like that's all we're focused on either. There's a lot. We got Black Friday deals coming up. We gotta.
yeah.
Oh, did I segue? Was that
Oh,
a forced
yeah, that
segue?
was that was a subtle. Let's get out of this topic now because we spent too long on it. Yeah, go on. What are you thinking about Black Friday? What's Black Friday? Tell
What
me.
is Black Friday?
I
My
don't know. I'm a
Carson
Brit.
asked me. My son asked me. He's like, "Is that just an American thing?" And I think you kind of like the way you were talking about the other. It's not just an American thing. I think
Mm.
people think it's an American thing because Thanksgiving is an American thing. But it has nothing to do with Thanksgiving. Black Friday is the time. So where it first came about, let's go into the history of Black Friday.
Thanks.
Not
Black Friday is capitalist Christmas
capitalist
because
Christmas.
Christmas isn't capitalist enough.
Right. Ask Hallmark
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Um, No, at the like in the whatever, like companies are in the red, right? Towards the end of the year and they want to get into the black again. So they're like,
Mhm.
flash sales, clearance sales, whatever on everything just to get the revenue into to be in the black. And that's where that notion comes from. So This is the day after Thanksgiving traditionally, and then recently in the last 10 years or so, everybody started doing Cyber Monday, which is more for like online deals. But now there's a very blurred line between what is online and what is in-person products because everybody's doing e-commerce now. So I think it's all kind of run together. It's kind of all one end of November sale time. So call it
Mm.
what you will, and we'll participate this year. And we know what we're going to do, and we're not going to tell you right now what we're going to do, but I'm going to tell you it's it's exciting. We're excited about it. Y'all should be excited about it. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be epic.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. I've done Black Friday stuff as like part of other businesses, other clients and things like that when they've gone, oh, panic, it's November and we should start thinking about this. Or they actually leave it till like the last weekend, the last week of November and go, oh, it's Black Friday this week. We need to figure something out. But it's nice now to be in the position where we've actually got a thing like of our own
Yep.
that we can start to, promote in that way. That's very cool.
We will
Um,
say
yeah,
we're not going to mention like what products or anything right now, but we are going to have there'll be some countdown to when it goes live. We are creating a splash landing page for people to sign up for the newsletter. And when you sign up for the newsletter for Black Friday, you'll get early access to the deals. So that's, I think, the where we're going to start driving traffic once we get that page done. And that's something you can look forward to in the next couple weeks, probably.
yeah. Well, you can sign up for the newsletter today. There's already kind of it's not a very great page,
Oh,
but
just
there's
use
a
that
there's a
newsletter.
page.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. I don't, yeah, we can set up a specific thing for that, but I mean we'll send it out to everybody anyway. So
Divu,
might as well
Divu.
just be like, yeah.
That's funny.
Um yeah, this is true. This is like, well, if it's that good in November, why don't we do that every month? Yeah. Um well, yep. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be exciting. And
We're
yeah, it's a
aiming
good
to get a
deal. It's a
lot
good
more
deal.
people that have been kind of on the fringe sideline waiting for a good incentive to jump in. It's going to be it won't be less expensive than it's ever been because we're going to be doing it in a different manner than we've ever done it. We'll put it that way. But people will save a lot of money for sure.
Yep. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
So,
Um
last
what
thing,
else have we got?
one last thing. We have a wall
Oh
of
yeah.
love.
Yeah. So
It's so
I,
cool to
I
look
want to
at.
just say like thank you to everybody who's kind of posted on that. If you were an early adopter and you've seen all of the come and get your thing on the wall of love, and you've done it, thank you. If you were an early adopter and you haven't, you can. You just need to sign into the license manager thing. But it was cool. Like we hit 100 submissions. We're over 100 submissions on there already, and they're all showing on our Wall of Love page, which I'm gonna also post the link to. So yeah, that's very nice.
Can you share
Um,
your screen and show it?
I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
post this first, um, so everybody can see that. Um, let's get this out of the way so that I don't confuse everybody. And
Hide the porn, Simon.
it's more your face.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, no comment. So this is it. This is our Wall of Love page.
It's a lovely
Um,
wall.
and there's loads of people on here. Look at this. And this doesn't even scratch the surface. I think we had something like 1,000 people on the early access program. We got Christoph, he's on the stream, or he's been on the stream.
You.
Got people from Laravel,
Luke Towers.
Luke, yeah, Esser. I think Willem's on here as well somewhere. Did I pass him already? Eve.
Vince made it. Vince is going to Wire Live.
Yeah.
Hey, Vince. Vince, I feel like I could call you Vinny by now.
It's cool. It's just
Christoph, I
like
feel like I could call you Christoph. Sorry. Ravi
uh,
sees himself. Joel Claremont's on there. That's cool. I didn't see that.
yeah.
Peter
It's
Chu.
it's just really a really
Punyapal.
nice like here's the community that's made this, like people in the community that have helped make this happen.
Heck yeah. Chris Miller.
Titan
Yeah.
people. Yeah,
Yep.
Chris Miller.
Eric
PHP
Johnson.
architect. Yeah. So I'm really proud of this. Hassan did a great job putting the page together, and he's made it even better in the last couple of days, which is nice. So it's nice and slick and beautiful. And yeah, it's like cool to see everybody kind of engaging with it and sharing their things. But the other thing about it that it hasn't been made public yet, but when you complete the form, there's like the field at the bottom that just lets you give some feedback. We've been getting some really, really nice feedback from all of the folks who have been
Dude,
posting on
really.
here.
It drives
It's
me to like
so good.
work longer hours and work harder, make things, like it's really, really cool. It's really,
Yeah.
because like my whole career, I've done stuff like this for other companies, and it's like this is our effort, this is our thing, and like the PHP community, there's nothing like it, and we're
Hmm.
really able to see this side of it, and so it's exciting. It's really exciting. Love you
Yeah.
guys, honestly. So,
Um, yeah.
um, anything else? I think that's it. Final
I'm gonna
words.
go eat pizza.
I want to go eat pizza. I think we got
Yeah.
poke bowls again today. We've been eating a lot of,
I mean, they're great as well.
yeah, pizza. I want Chicago pizza.
But
Go get tickets for PHP Tech. Submit a talk for PHP
yeah,
Tech,
I go and eat
and
pizza.
yeah, tell Eric we say hi when you do that. And Vinny said, "Sure, I'd respond to that." I don't know if that's sarcasm. I feel like I shouldn't. It's like, yeah, I'd respond to that. See what happens. Like, but oh god, never mind. Um, the blue shade is for the early adapters. I don't know about that. I think it's random. Cool project. Andrew. Yep. In-app payments. We're going to be working on. We got a lot to work on, but that's in the works for sure. So hang tight, guys. We'll be back next Friday to fill you in on everything that's going on over the next week. We'll be that much closer to Wire Live, and yeah, it'll be fun. It will be fun.
Yep. Sign up for the newsletter
Sign up for
so
the
you can stay on
newsletter.
the state
Yep,
latest. Come back next week. We're going to do these hopefully every week. I think we're two
we're
for
kind
two
of
so far.
committing.
So
Yep.
yeah.
Hey, we're in there. Yep.
100% attendance rate. Good job. Good job.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So see
Have a
ya.
great weekend. Yeah. Keep rocking on. Keep building apps and keep posting stuff in Discord. Again, we see all that stuff. I love seeing that stuff. I get bored, or not bored. I get tired, exhausted, late at night, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I just go scroll through the show your app channel, and I'm like, these are awesome. People are really good at the UI. I suck at it. My UI sucks for apps, but
Just
you
for
know.
everybody else, this is exactly what it's like. We're on a phone call. We say we're gonna leave, and we're gonna
Yep.
go, yeah,
We never
bye,
do.
and
See
then
ya.
something else. We're like, oh yeah, and yeah, you're welcome.
Yep.
Nice.
Braden, just rewind. We're gonna keep it on. So just go back.
Yeah.
Just talk like this for the last hour and a half or so. So yeah. Cool. All right. I'll say goodbye.
Ciao.